very happy morning, students. We are going to discuss our third chapter, that is public, private and global enterprises, and in our previous videos we have discussed about the first form which is coming under the public sector. That means we have discussed about the departmental undertaking. There obviously one case study case question was there, and by going through the question we have come to a particular conclusion. In this video also we are going to discuss the other form of public sector. Departmental undertaking we have already discussed, and now we have to discuss about the another form. I will not say directly about which form we are going to discuss. For that we will go through the question, we will read out the question and we will understand what is the question, and accordingly we have to find out the answer. So let's move to the question now. See here, the question is, with enactment of LIC Act 1956, so in the beginning only the name of an act is given, that is LIC Act. So you have to start your observation now only. See here, one information we got: LIC Act, an autonomous body, Life Insurance Corporation, was formed. The act defined its powers, duty and functions. So here, if you remember, among all the three different type of public sectors, one was departmental undertaking. For that there was no special act. Remember? Third one, if I tell you, government company, one act is being followed in all the government companies, that is Company Act, which is the same act which is followed by the other public companies or private companies. So one act is there, that is which is Companies Act. Here in this question only, in the beginning it has been told that LIC Act, that means it is neither belongs to the departmental undertaking nor belongs to government company. It means it belongs to statutory corporation, because we know that in case of statutory corporation it was mentioned that whenever we have to start any particular organization, first of all the act has to be passed in the parliament, and when it will get approval, based on that act we have to start the organization. And here again we are getting the same thing what it has said. LIC Act 1956, an autonomous body, an independent body which is not depending on the government, LIC Corporation was formed. So here if we discuss, this is the second form of organization, that is statutory corporation or public corporation also we say here. So now let's come to the question. First question is, name the type of public sector enterprise referred here. So the type is public corporation or statutory corporation. Statutory corporation. Okay, statutory corporation. This we have understood. Now this is the thing what you have to do whenever you are getting the case study based question. You have to first remove the exceptions, which is not possible. Then you have to come to the conclusion. And when you are going to start reading the question from the beginning only, you have to find out the clues which will help you to come to the particular conclusion. So here, if you go to the question, you can understand that okay, here about statutory corporation it has been told, because in the beginning only a separate act has been mentioned. Clear? Now come to the second question. Name the act under which it is formed. If you see here, already name of the act is given in the question. So many informations you are getting from the question only. That's why we are saying read out the question very carefully. This is the most important thing which a student has to do. If you don't understand in the first reading, you have to read it again and again. But reading the question and understanding the question is very important. So here, if you see, the act is LIC Act 1956, and one thing is that when you are writing about any act, please do mention the year. Okay, in which year this act was formed, and according to that particular statutory corporation was formed. So this is one thing. We came to know about the organization, we came to know about the act. Now let's move to the another question. Name any other statutory corporation. And now when we have discussed about the statutory corporation, that time only we know that there are different types. If I give you the example, State Bank of India, Oil and Natural Gas Corporation, Reserve Bank of India, ample of examples are there. You have to just give one example. So let us write the most common one. SBI, State Bank of India. You have to write the full form obviously. State Bank of India. This is a type of statutory corporation which was also formed by following a particular act, which was saying the guidelines for it. In that act, the rules, regulation, objective, function, each and everything is mentioned. How that particular statutory corporation is going to work is clearly mentioned in the act. Okay. Now let's move to the next question. State two features of statutory corporation. Now, if you see here, we already know about the features. First of all, if I say the first feature here, it is that separate legal entity. We know about statutory corporation that they are not depending on the government. For formation, first of all, a separate act has to be passed, and by following that act, the statutory corporation will be formed. So you can say separate legal entity because in this case registration is compulsory. The statutory corporation, whatever is going to be formed, it has to be registered. Okay. So separate legal entity. This is one feature. First one, they are not basically dependent. You can say it is not like sole proprietorship, because in sole proprietorship and departmental undertaking you can match them. Sole proprietorship, the business is dependent on the proprietor, and departmental undertaking, it was dependent on the government. Now when we are talking about this one, it is you can say it is like cooperative societies and all, where separate legal entity is there. Whatever working they are doing, they are only responsible. The government can't be blamed for that. So here after the registration, they are having a separate entity from the government. Okay, so this is one thing, and we also already know one thing about their financing. We can say about the second feature, financial autonomy. Financial autonomy, that means they are not depending on the government. Like we know in case of departmental undertaking, the fund is coming from the annual budget, and whatever earning is there, that has to be returned to the government treasury. But here in this case, this is not the condition. They are not depending on the government. Whatever earning is coming, that has to be repaid to treasury. It's not like that. Here the corporation can utilize the money. This is the thing here. And for the funding also, they are not depending on the government, but if they require loan for the time being, they can go to the government. They can ask from the public also. The public can also give the money. So but basically they are not depending on the government at all. That is why this is the second feature, that is financial autonomy. So here in this question, this is being asked that you have to mention any two features. So you can write any other features according to your convenience also. So here we have discussed one of the case study based question which is related to the statutory corporation. Hope so the question is clear. Thank you so much.